think we're starting to catch a little bit of a glimpse of the magnitude of expansiveness that the Lord's bringing us into. There are so many frontiers that are rich and are beginning to be unfolded. This might be a good place to just remind us of a testimony. This testimony is probably 8 months old now, but it has to do with going back in time. This has to do with a friend of Debbie and I. We've known her for 35 years, and Craig and I go to a prayer meeting where she attends. But she had a child, a girl, only one child, and that was 35 years or 40 years ago. And this child always had health issues, health challenges. Seemed like if it wasn't one thing, it was another thing. And the doctor said you should never have children because of the frailty of your body and the various systems, and you should never have children. Not that she couldn't, but that she shouldn't, because of the strain it would put on her body. Now, this lady's a believer, her daughter is not, and there is no spiritual communication between them at all. And so one day the mother was downtown Kansas City in an office building just doing her regular work, and in a hallway or a elevator, if I remember correctly, Jesus apprehended her and took her back in time to a moment where she handled her daughter's fears kind of roughly, or at least insensitively. And so Jesus took her back there and kind of replayed the incident for her. This hadn't been on the mother's radar. This hadn't been something she was even thinking about. So Jesus replayed that, and her mom's like, oh my, what do I do about that? And Jesus invited her to relive, or as she says, rewrite the script. Just relive it. Do it the right way. And so she did, and she took time with her daughter. She walked through the fears that were causing her daughter to act up, and allayed or calmed the fears of the daughter. And I guess, I imagine, I don't remember the details exactly, but asked forgiveness. And well, anyway, the daughter now is in the story, as the story goes now, she's 30 years old, and she's married, and she wants to have children. And all through her life, the doctor said, no, you can't have children. Well, now they want children, right? So they decided to go to the doctor and do a checkup. And this checkup was after shortly after the mom had the experience. When did the checkup? The doctor says, there's no problem. You should be able to have children, no problem. And now the lady has 2 children. And so the daughter has 2 children. And the mom says, and I can't tell the daughter anything about this because it would be a great offense to the daughter to even tell her. But the mother firmly believes, and I do too, that Mama was invited to go back and rewrite the script and set things right. And the offense, the hurt, the wound that was inflicted at that moment, that, as we know, there are psychosomatic issues, illnesses caused by emotional and mental issues in our life. And at least in some level, there was some remedy to some spiritual cargo or negative spiritual influence that caused illness and frailty in her body, and that had been rectified, remedied now. So I tell you, we're talking about going back in time. I feel like God's going to not only let us go back in time, but He's going to let us go ahead in time. Set some things in place. Like Karen, you've done so well. You've gone to your children's homes and placed some Holy Spirit gifts and put them in place so that as the day in the future goes by, the children bump into them. And I tell you, our world is going to get so much more so much bigger, so much more fun, so much more effective. And so it's just quite an exhilarating frontier for us.